inside a really cool van with a really cool dude. Wait till you see this. We're going to talk about why a van. We're going to get a van tour. And we're going to talk about your best feature of your van. But who are you, sir?
I'm Tom Forrester, and I am from Wisconsin. I'm out full-time in this Embassy RV. Dolphin SS is the model.
And it's on the Ford Transit.
It's on the Ford Transit, 2022 Ford Transit.
And you're kind of a tall guy, so the Transit's
Yes.
your chassis
Headroom.
toy
Yep.
choice.
Yeah, chassis of choice,
Because
absolutely.
it's the tallest of the three.
Correct.
Of the two being Sprinter and ProMaster.
Right.
So Tom's going to give us a tour today. And inside and out, we're going to start on the inside. There's some pretty cool stuff he's got going on in here. Tom, would you mind give us a tour of your great room?
Absolutely. Be glad to.
Let's do it. All right, the first thing that's super interesting right away, you have a keyboard here, but Tom, what's behind you? What is this thing?
So this is a 32-inch TV.
32-inch in a van?
32-inch in a van. 1080p. It's a great monitor. I have a Roku hooked up to it, so that's how I get my streaming content. And when I'm not using it, it just folds up into the ceiling. Normally I turn it off, however.
So amazing.
Yeah.
It just is completely out of the way. This is a game changer for like movie night or sports or whatever.
Totally.
Yeah, bring that down again because that was really interesting.
You just pull the little release cord and it just drops down. It's on gas struts to help with the weight management for the whole thing.
It's so cool.
Yep.
Now I see another monitor here. What's the deal here? You work from the road, hobby from the road?
Absolutely. I've been an IT guy for my entire career, so that's kind of my jam. And I knew that IT guys, you just can't pull that out of them. They just have to keep doing it. So and a distinguishing factor or a feature of the SS model of the Dolphin is that it comes with this TV. It does not come with this TV. But I wanted Terry to go ahead and put that in for me. So this is one of the controlled custom options that you can do on an SS. And the cool thing about this is it can actually rotate all the way out.
Oh, wow.
And you could if you, even with the computer connected to it, you can still stream stuff, of course, off the computer.
Yeah.
And so you can be watching movie night outside if you want, or the game or whatever.
Right.
And but normally I would just have it in here and working as a computer monitor. I've got my wireless keyboard over here, wireless mouse. The laptop is actually right down here. And then this is my embarrassingly crude prototype of some sort of a organizational thing that will help me to not have to keep putting this stuff away and pulling it back out.
So it's like quick reach,
Yep.
and this is the most common things used. It looks like a bento box to me, which is pretty cool, very clever. We'll like to see how this evolves over time. Very clever. And this sits upon a big cabinet. So what's going on here?
So the cabinets are, again, a distinguishing feature of the SS. You get, instead of having a couch over here that together with the other side would come together and make a much larger bed. Since I'm just a single guy out on the road on my own, I just need the one side to make this, and this really basically turns out to be a twin XL bed. So when you're buying sheets or whatever, that's what you're looking for. So the SS then comes with cabinetry instead of a couch over here, and so you get this additional storage.
Oh yeah.
So I have fans in here and a bug zapper, and there's all sorts of. I have an Instapot back here behind the keyboard box.
Storage,
lots of storage there.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And then below it are some RV systems, right? Is that
Yes, the batteries, the primary batteries. I've got 920 amp hours of lithium battery on board. It's the full master volt system in here.
And then the table's on a lagoon system, and I see three, so let's count them. One,
two,
three.
Yep.
So you can really move this table wherever you want, or even have a second table.
Absolutely.
That is really smart. And we. And we know, I think, from other Embassy models, this extends out. Is that right?
It does. What you can do is you can unsnap this the strap and then just pull that out. And then what you would do is take the cushion off the wall here, and put it down here, and that can extend the bed.
Ascend the bed, or this
Yeah.
becomes a nightstand at night.
It could be, yeah.
If you want to knock over your drink in the middle
I
of
mean,
the night.
yeah, exactly.
That is pretty great. Well, thanks for showing us the great
Oh,
room.
sure.
And kind of just walk us through. The cabinetry is very different. So Embassy RV is, why'd you choose a van to travel in?
I wanted to be nimble. The van is going to be able to get into more places, and it just seemed like such an easier way to travel.
Yeah. Versus hooking something up and unhooking it. And,
Yeah.
And
There are advantages to both, but
Sure.
to be honest, the van spoke loudest to me.
Totally get it. And then Embassy RV, what are some of the big things about Embassy RV? That like no wood, no black tank.
Right.
The cabinetry is very different. So why'd you choose Embassy?
Well, and you've touched on a couple of them. The innovation behind all of this is what really spoke very loudly to me. The fact that they've got an ozone water treatment system to keep the water sanitized, and this whole power bed situation, bathroom and shower. There's a shower on board, so that's great. Refrigerator with a sizable freezer, and just everything works. Everything works.
So let's talk about, so it's marine plastic, no wood again, in the Embassy RV. Tom, again, just thanks for sharing that. It's just so cool. These vans are just so amazing.
Aren't they?
This is not a fair question, but we're going to ask you to answer it. What do you think the best feature of this van is for you?
Yeah, and it is so hard to come up with any single point of interest that I could point to. But what I will say is this: the livability in one of these embassies is just incredible. I had been called back to Wisconsin here to deal with a rental matter, and have been at my home base for a couple of months now. I could have gone inside and slept in a queen bed in a bedroom in my sticks and bricks house, but no, I stayed out in this van. That's just how much I love being in this van.
It's so true.
Yeah.
I do the same thing when I get to home base because I'm more comfortable in here.
Mm-hmm.
It suits me. Everything's within an arm's reach.
Yes.
It's
yes.
just so livable. It's just the whole point. Well, let's jump outside. There's a few things, including wait until you see how this guy stores things. So organized. It really takes that up a couple of notches. And wait till you see the amount of garage storage space in the back of this van.
Yes.
That he stores his stuff. You ready?
Ready.
Let's go. All right, clearly we've jumped outside, but I think one of the things that makes an Embassy RV so different is it's so stealth. Stealth meaning there's not all this stuff on the outside that just raises the red flag, particularly for HOA, homeowner association folks.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty friendly to the HOA because there's so little out here. You got these little air vents here.
Yep.
And if we come around, Tom, is this your doorbell? What is this?
That's actually just a temperature sensor for my little indoor-outdoor thermometer.
Let's see. You mentioned you're in IT, so data matters.
Yep, exactly.
So again, just a regular Ford Transit.
2022 Ford Transit 350 HD.
Nice. The only thing that gives it away maybe is a running board.
Yep.
And again, no cut-ins except for the power. How do you empty your gray tank since you have no black?
So the gray tank is actually a hose. Unclip it from its little storage location and then just pull out the hose.
Oh, I got you.
And then there's a valve inside that I turn, which opens up the floodgates, and then everything just comes out the hose.
That's so amazing. Thanks for showing us that.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a regular garden hose. It's got an end cap on it that you just screw on, and then open and close the valve inside.
The name of your van is?
It's Joy.
Because?
Long backstory there, but
brings you great joy.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
This is a Dolphin model, SS you said?
Dolphin SS.
SS. Look at this. I am amazed. So first of all, that comes to my mind is garage storage normally is horizontal, meaning it goes into the van.
Yes.
And it's kind of an embassy thing, but you've taken it to the next. It's a vertical storage system. You've actually got a rack you'd find at like Home Depot, and then bins.
Yep.
Kind of walk us through your thinking here, because this is something I've not seen before.
Well, you know, where it started was I had a whole bunch of totes, kind of like these at home. And so I packed those up and had them stacked here. And I had these as well on the other side. And I found out about weight management real quick because I had something a little bit heavier up top, and I went over a railroad track or something and I heard this big crack from the back, and I'm like, oh, what just happened? When I came back here, I found that one of the lids to the totes was just shattered. Well, but you know, it wasn't a great solution anyway, because whenever I wanted to get to something, inevitably it'd be on the bottom and I'd have to like pull everything out in order to get to it.
So these are drawers then, eh?
So these are just drawers, and I just got these at a Walmart. And
There's two
yep.
of them, so they're just stacked.
Yep, there's two of them. They're stacked right here. Yep, there's 3 drawers each and stacked. And then I just have this strap that just kind of holds them together. I mean, it fits perfectly in here from back to front. So
Yeah, that just, it's like it's made for it. It's
Yep.
crazy. I see you've got, go ahead.
and then I got this also on the road. It was like one of those things where you're seeing the need, you're seeing the solution, and so you just go for it. And so here I'm at a state park, assembling this thing and putting it all in. I'm like, that's perfect. That just worked perfect.
And
And
again,
the
it
width
just-
of this and the width of these just worked out to be just brilliant.
I call those van life miracles
Yep.
because they just work.
Yes,
It's
yes,
really pretty
yes.
amazing. And I'm seeing these are go treads.
These are go treads, yes, absolutely. And I use these quite a bit. You can tell the pollen that's on there from up in Wisconsin. But yeah, I use these for leveling blocks, as well as if I ever got stuck. That's what they're truly for.
Yeah,
They're recovery boards.
We'll put the link to these. These are made in U.S.
Yep.
An elderly gentleman does the whole, he invented all this, and it's really great. These are on my website. Let's talk about this quick, and everybody knows SpaceX.
Yep.
So you have a Starlink?
I have Starlink on board.
Are you using it?
I will if I'm in a place where, you know, like, well, I can't use it here.
Yeah, too many trees.
Way too big of a tree canopy to.
But it's beautiful.
Seems like pretty much east of the Mississippi, you're probably going to be throttled pretty heavily because it's already pretty congested. You get out west though, and it works great. And especially if you happen to be in a place where you just don't have any cell signal, that's your option.
I guess get asked often about the Starlink, and you know, if you're in motion a lot, it's kind of hard because you have to put it in or take it out, set it up, put it back. So it doesn't really make sense for me. And like Tom mentioned, was the tree canopy, but I was just in a situation where I was in a ravine in a canyon near Taos, New Mexico, 0 cell service from any provider, but the Starlink, the guy rolled it out of his Echo, set it up, and we had 16 devices between the 4 rigs connected to that thing, 150 down, about 50 up. It was stunning.
When it works, it works.
When it works perfect.
Yep.
So great.
Yep.
What a storage system, I gotta tell you. So we got 2 last questions we want to ask Tom. The first question, Tom, is what advice would you give to somebody that's traveling in a van currently or thinking about traveling in a van?
Kind of the first thing that comes to mind is don't overpack, but you know what? You're going to. So expect to be offloading things as you go. The other would be maybe to use your RV for a while. Don't just jump into modding it up. See what it can do natively as it was supplied out of the showroom, right? And you will figure out the things that you need to do maybe, but just let that percolate for a little bit. Use your rig and go for it.
Yeah, and this is just a great example. And when you find a need, just do some prototyping.
Yep.
Like you did with the back storage, right?
Yes.
And see if it works, if better or worse, and then maybe make it a little more permanent, a little more glamorous. But I
Yes,
love that
absolutely,
advice.
absolutely.
Again, just thanks, Tom. My final question for you is, a full-time traveler, where's your next destination?
So it looks to me like for this summer, I will probably just be hanging around the Great Lakes area, probably hit the shoreline and just kind of travel around here. Part of the reason is to stay kind of close to Embassy. I may be paying them a visit over the next couple of months. And the next official destination I have is in New Hampshire. There's going to be another Embassy get-together at Peak Fall Color, they're telling me. out in New Hampshire. So who would miss that, right?
Yeah, no
So I'm really looking forward to that. A whole bunch of embassies will be congregating for that.
Yeah, and this event, this is the 4th annual Embassy RV Rally. We had close to between 30 and 40 vans. We don't know the actual count, but this is the biggest gathering yet of embassy vans. It's just so great.
Outgrew the last park, had to find a new one, and here we are.
100%. It's
Yes.
so great. Tom, just thanks again for sharing your van and sharing how you travel and some of your thought processes.
My pleasure,
You have a
Scott.
YouTube channel. What is the name of your YouTube
It's
channel?
Joy and Route. So just search in Google or in YouTube for Joy and Route, JOYENROUTE.
Fantastic.
And
Let's
there
get
will
some
be a
subscribers.
website later too. That will be joyandroute.net.
Yeah.
It's already there, but it's sort of a work in progress.
So there's a number of embassy YouTube channels now. Yours, Joy
Yep.
and Route, More Vans. We talk with them, and then Roads of Life. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're embassy curious and can't get enough embassy, you want to subscribe to all those channels.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
Again, just thanks again, sir, for
My pleasure.
for doing this.
My pleasure.
And what we always like to say is journey on. Sometimes you just need to get your journey on.
That's right.
And peace be with you. Thanks for watching.
See ya.